This is Maurice Thorogood and welcome back. This is the end of our first week of rehearsals and it's been really very fascinating. Let me tell you how we've gone about it. All the scenes of the past we've done and we're inviting our present actors to join us next week. It's lovely to put script and actors together in the one room, isn't it, Paddy? I mean,
regular listeners will be delighted to know that it's not two old farts chatting away this time, right. Because we have with us Olivia Busby, who's playing Belinda, Natasha, and Lucy, and James Price, who's playing all the younger Alex. Alec40 Alec60 and Alec60. Great to have you here, and what a wonderful week it's been.
Well, I mean, one of the most interesting elements of the play, and challenges as well, is the fact that scenes don't happen chronologically. One thing I've really enjoyed finding is how each scene has got a very specific dynamic and mood of its own, and the challenge is to convey some of that. And also enjoying finding the balance, Paddy, of the creativity of your language and at the same time driving the narrative, and that's been really valuable. And it's been very interesting actually, having worked on the script a little bit beforehand with some of my own kind of preconceptions about what's going on for Alec, and then hearing some extra, the context with which you've written it. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been very enjoyable.
Yeah, same here, yeah. I think just having been working on the script for a while just on my own, and all of a sudden being in a room full of these creative people is brilliant. And
Excluding herself, of course.
And been learning the script, and it's sort of been, you're just concentrating on an isolated scene really each time, and then all of a sudden we're putting it all into place and going from one scene to another, which is, in my case, one character to another, is...
Yeah, and it's been just wonderful to watch that happen.
James, I was astonished at the speed with which you picked this up. Olivia has lived with this script for a couple of years now and has developed her voices, but the very first time you stood up and acted together, you were finding those voices. I thought it was amazing, and obviously responding to one another and the way that the other was behaving. And there was a great moment, I'm sure Maurice shared this moment, which was near the end of Act 1 when we had the Lucy and Alec60 scene, and then we went straight into the Belinda and Alec20 scene. It was as though two completely different actors had entered the room. I just thought that was amazing.
I had my head in the script at that moment, and so I only heard it, which was wonderful. I heard two people go off stage left and two other people come on within seconds. It was glorious. And not just different voices, a whole different characters, a different situation, different emotions, different drama. And yet all of those emotions, drama, characters, they're all linked together. That's what the audience will watch, this lovely continuation of little puzzles. Oh, I see. Oh, that links to that. And eventually the whole play is laid out for them.
The other thing that for me stuck out is that awareness of Alec, to me as an actor rather than a character, that awareness of Alec80 and our reactions. And there are times when there are times when they're very congruent and consistent, and there are times when they are completely juxtaposed.
Yes. Yeah, because he's revisiting the emotions after maybe 60 years, 40 or 20.
And Maurice, and it's going to be interesting, I mean, it's sort of Maurice was saying, you're again physically having this other presence while we play these very naturalistic scenes. It's going to be interesting.
That is going to be so exciting, because in the previous manifestations of this, in the previous readings, we haven't had that advantage.
No.
That's made such a difference to the task.
Absolutely. Everything has been altered.
I'm looking forward to you two, for instance, playing the scene at the concert, and between you is Alec80, who is seeing you in his mind, and he's there watching you, enjoying. Well, are you enjoying the concert, or are you enjoying the romance of going out together for a romance? I mean, that's the. There's so many elements all happening at once.
That's a nice moment, isn't it, living in that scene? Because we're talking quite publicly about the concert, and then there's
first date, isn't it?
Exactly, and then there's those intimate moments. as well.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that as finding those contrasts.
There's plenty to discover. We're discovering things all the time.
I had a magic moment, and it was the day that we went through Act 2 for the first time.
Right.
When I suddenly realised how many different endings there are in this play. They come out in a cascade. No character vanishes without trace, as they might do in a large cast play. There is a firm conclusion to each of the love affairs, and it's usually devastating in one way or another. And then, of course, we're going to have the climaxes when Alec40 takes the stage and Roz. So, and that, I felt really emotional about that on the way home last night, thinking how hard-hitting this is and how dramatic. And it's largely due to Maurice and the way that he has driven me to structure and to add bits and to pull drama into corners where it didn't exist before. I'm so grateful, Maurice.
I've enjoyed working with you on this script. It's such an enjoyable, fascinating journey to be part of creating a script with the writer. Because very often you're given the script, and you think, okay, that's the play, right, let's see what we can do with it. You gave me parts of a play. And together we've shaped it into what we now have. I'm enjoying the process that a writer goes through of seeing his script come onto the stage. And not only am I seeing my visual ideas of what's going on, but also the script ideas that we've gone through now coming about on the stage. And that's a new experience for me, which is it's just terrific. I'm enjoying it very much.
Pretty interesting having a cast, some of us who are completely new to it, and actually, I mean, it's been very helpful working with Olivia, who's already got some of those insights.
Absolutely.
So there's been plenty for me to
And picking up little details that none of us ever noticed. The thing about the recycling bin, and were there recycling bins in 1980?
Wow.
We ducked the question and changed the words into a dustbin, didn't we?
And you've still got your verse.
Still got the verse, yes.
That's it for today. Next week we will be back with Alec80 and Roz. Talk to you then.